Hi everybody, in today's video we're going to be having a look at how we can split faces in order for us to apply effective boundary conditions. So I've got a quick example that we're going to go through today. So you can see that I've got ANSYS Workbench already open and I'm just going to import some geometry into this. So if I obviously right click, I'm going to import geometry and I'm just going to find a step file that I have. So this is the file that I'm going to import. Okay. And for us to prepare this model, what we need to do is open it up in SpaceClaim. So SpaceClaim is not a design modeler like Creo, it's more of a model editor, so it allows us to do quick changes to our models quite effectively. So to open this, we just right click, go edit geometry in SpaceClaim. Okay, so we can see I've got SpaceClaim opened, and so for this part, what I need to do is split some of these faces so that I can apply some boundary conditions. So I'm going to be applying a fixed support on this part of the shaft. However, as it currently stands, I can only select the whole shaft surface, so I need to split this face. So in order to do that, if we come to the top here, there's this tool called split, and then what you need to do is you just click the surface that you'd like to split, and you'll see that we get these lines displayed. So this is how it's going to split the surface. So you can see that we've got two different parameters, and one of them is telling us the distance of the line that travels the whole length of the surface, and one of them is the cylinder that I actually want. So we can control the dimensions here. Obviously we can manually position this and try and get it where we want it, but if I press the tab button on the keyboard, I can switch between these two dimensions. Okay, so I'm going to turn this first one to 0. I'm not actually interested in this line, so we'll delete it later. So turn that to 0 and then press tab to the other one. So this is actually the important one for me, and I need this to be 18 millimeters. So I'm going to click enter, and you can see that that's now saved them. And now what I want to do is edit these, so I want to remove these lines here. So if I come to the top and click select, I can click on this line and just press delete, and we can get rid of that. Okay, so SpaceClaim is more of like a direct modeler, so it allows you to just do things on the fly quite easily. What I also want to do is split the face down here. So on the end here there would be some kind of pulley, and I need to apply a force just to the free end, not to the whole area of the shaft. Another key feature we can do in SpaceClaim, let me just rotate the screen a little bit, just here. Okay, we can quite easily remove features. So if you're in my FE analysis, this actually is not really going to add anything, it just increases complexity and makes it harder to mesh. So I can remove this little feature here quite easily. So if I just click on this surface and press Control and select all these surfaces, what we can do is just press the fill button here and we remove that. So that's not going to make much difference to our analysis, and this has just made the actual meshing a bit simpler. So that's a benefit. Now I need to just do this section here. So in the same way, I would just go to split face, click on this face. Okay, so I'm just going to type 0 in for that one, and then I'm going to press tab, and this one should be 20. Okay, so press enter. Again, I don't need this line that's here, so if I go to select, I can just click on this, press delete, click on this, press delete. Okay, so you can see I've now split these surfaces so I can select them, and this is going to be useful when I run the analysis. What you can also do, so if I position this in the wrong place, what I can do is use this move tool. So if I click this, I can click on the curve and start moving the position of it, okay, relative to its original position. So I want it to be 2 millimeters further this way, so I press 2 and enter. We've now moved that slightly there. Okay, so this is a really useful tip for allowing us to split surfaces so that we can apply forces in those positions.